Yes, good morning, everyone. I hope you are able to hear me and you are able to watch my screen. Myself, this is Chandra. I'm from RTL Online Training and Placement. Today is our first demo for Oracle Fusion Financials. We are going to have 3 demo sessions today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow. And there will be a regular sessions from Friday onwards. Okay. So during my explanation, if you have any doubts, please ask me. You have the option to raise the doubts, and you can also text me whatever the doubts you have, so that I'll be giving the reply for that. Okay. Please keep it on mute during my explanation so that there won't be any disturbance for the session. Mohammed Ilyas. Okay. So today we'll start with the basics of the cloud and cloud financials, and what are different modules we have, different types of jobs we have, and we'll talk about the course which we are going to take the training over here. So that's what we are going to have it. Okay. So let's see first what is cloud. So basically our course is Oracle Fusion Financials Cloud Functional. Okay. So that's the course which we are going to learn. So first we'll discuss what is Oracle, then what is Oracle Fusion, and then what is Oracle Fusion Financials, then what is Oracle Fusion Financials Cloud, and then we'll talk about what is Oracle Fusion Financials Cloud Functional, so that we'll get a clarity what we are going to learn about the technology here. So when we talk about only Oracle, Oracle is a database. Oracle is a database. When the organizations wants to maintain the information in a proper format, then this Oracle will be used. So we have the company called Oracle Corporation. So the company is Oracle Corporation. They have developed this database. They have developed this database to maintain the Oracle, to maintain the information in the tables. So when the clients are doing some business, let's say your client is doing some finance business, let's say banking sector. Let's say we have ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, and insurance sector, Birla Sun Life Insurance, LIC. Like this, we have different insurance sector, or manufacturing, or textile industry, or retail industry, or real estate industry, or education, or in the share market. Okay. So the client might be doing any business. They will be performing day-to-day business transactions, means sales, procurement, accounts, financials. There's all information they want to maintain in a proper format. Okay. For that, they'll be using the databases. So Oracle is one of the best database to maintain the information. Then what is Oracle Fusion? Oracle Fusion is one of the ERP product, Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise is nothing but the companies, clients, resource to maintain their information. To maintain their information, we are going to have the resource here. Like the client's accounting information or sales information, the organizations wants to maintain in a proper format. We call that as it can be a business data, or it can be a setups data, or it can be any information they want to maintain in a proper format. We call it as ERP. So ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. So ERP is one of the product or application, or we can also call it as a software. So ERP means it may be a software, or we can also call it as an application, or we can call it as a product, which is used to maintain the enterprise information, nothing but a business data to maintain the business data in a proper format. So these ERPs are already developed by this company. So Oracle Corporation has developed this Oracle Fusion ERP, and the clients can go for maintain all this information according to the requirement in a proper format. That's what we call it as ERPs. That's what we call it as ERP products over here it is. Okay. So here, this Oracle Fusion, when we say this is ERP, which is used to maintain the all ERP enterprise data, there will be different domains. Finance domain. This is to maintain the financials information. Supply chain management to maintain the procurement, sales, and other information like inventory data and other. Human capital management to maintain the employees' data, employees' payroll, means salaries information, employees' accounting, like employees' leaves information, performance information, benefits compensation, recruitment process, complete HRMS, human resource management system. Earlier, we were calling it as HRMS. Nowadays, we are calling it as HCM, human capital management. And we have CRM, customer relationship management, which is used to maintain the customer relation. After selling the product to the customer, then we are supposed to maintain the relationship with the customer. It means like we have to provide the service support to the customer, and we have to update the customer about the product and other information to maintain a next level business and other things. That's what we call it as CRM. And we have other domains like we have PPM, project portfolio management, we have. And ORC, we have Oracle Recruitment Cloud, we have. And public sector, we have. And we have student management, we have. We have risk management. Like this, different domains we have. When we say ERP product, there will be a different domains like that. Financial, supply. But major is three: financials, supply chain management, and human capital management. Because most of the clients will go for implementation of these three domains according to the business requirement. There will be a financial modules, there will be a supply chain, there will be human capital management. For example, let's say there is a client called ICICI Bank, and they have 25,000 employees. Day to day, they are coming to office, and they are providing the service to their customers, and they are maintaining all the information of the customers related to the accounts, banking sector. Okay. So this client is having some hundreds of branches in India, as well as some other countries. Okay. So now this bank has decided to maintain all the day-to-day business transactions in a single software. So they decided to go with the financials because their business is a financials, and they wanted to maintain their 25,000 employees information also, because it's very difficult to manage thousands of employees information in Excel sheet or in a simple software, right? So we need to have a standard or stabilized product, because end of the month, if we are going to run the payroll salaries to the 25,000 employees, generate the pay slips, and also prepare the leaves for them and leave plans and managing their performance information and their timesheets information. This all very much required approvals and all security and all. Okay. So that's the reason the ICICI Bank has decided to implement financials and as well as the human capital management. They don't want to have the supply chain or CRM or PPM or WordC and other domains. They would like to have only finance and human capital management. Okay, so that's how the clients will decide what modules they wanted to implement. Only they will subscribe or they will get the license from Oracle Corporation only for those particular products. Okay, so this particular ERP is given in the cloud environment. It's provided in the cloud. Now we'll talk about what is Oracle Fusion Cloud. Excuse me. What is Oracle Fusion Cloud? We discussed that what is Oracle Fusion. Oracle Fusion is a ERP software. We already discussed. Okay, so generally, how the clients will buy the software? Earlier, what happened? The client used to make the payment to the company, and they used to buy the license software, and they used to install that software in their servers. There will be a server in their office, and there will be a DBA team. They will have their own technical team. They used to buy the server software and install the software, and then they start using that software by their employees through internet or intranet. They will have LAN, local area network. Within the IP address, they used to have the access. Excuse me. Or they used to go with depends on the requirement. They can also get going through the internet or intranet. So that's how they used to install. But now cloud has came into the picture. So what is meant by cloud? So this company is telling to them, this company is telling to the clients, we are maintaining the servers. Excuse me. We are maintaining the server. So you don't need to worry about it. We are maintaining the servers. We have the data centers. So cloud is nothing but a virtual server or virtual machine in the data center. Oracle has established data centers across the world. Across the world, in 38 countries, they have established data centers. In India itself, we have two data centers. Mumbai is there, and then we have Hyderabad. So Indian clients can easily go for select these two data centers to maintain their business data, day-to-day transactions. Because if the client says that my servers are there in Singapore, and why don't you come for our business, then clients will rethink about that security or any other reasons. Okay, so that's the reason Oracle has established almost in every country, every region, they got data centers. In these data centers, there will be a servers. There will be servers. That's what we call it as a cloud. So what Oracle says that instead of buying your own server, maintaining your own DBA team, 24 by 7, taking the risk of the application database security maintenance, then why don't you connect to our servers? And already software I have installed. Your employees every day can connect to server and start using. The only difference is instead of having the server in your office, it's there in my data center with secured region, and only your employees and you can maintain. So I am just providing the server for rental. That's every month or every year or every 5 years. Depends on your requirement. You can take the cloud agreement and continue the process. Okay, so that's what we call it as the Oracle Fusion Cloud environment. Yeah. So Oracle Fusion is an ERP. It's there in the cloud environment. It's there in the servers. So in Oracle Cloud, as I said, Oracle has opened data centers across the world in 38 countries. Okay. It's not only one product is there in the cloud. There are number of products. Okay. So when we say Oracle Cloud is there, means Oracle servers are there. There is Oracle product. We have Oracle Apex. Oracle Apex is one of the tool. And then we have NetSuite. It is one of the simple ERP product, small ERP. And then we have OAC, Oracle Analytics Cloud. And then we have Oracle Fusion. Then we have Oracle OBI. Then we have Oracle BI reporting tools. And we have VBCS. We have JCS. We have DBCS, Database Cloud Services, Java Cloud Services, Visual Builder Cloud Services, like that. So whenever any cloud company is providing the cloud business to the clients, it's not only one tool or one product. There will be a multiple tools and multiple products available in the cloud. Okay, so it's up to the client which tool they want to use or which product they want to use once they come. Or some client says that I have already software. I just need your server. I just need your hardware. Okay, I'll pay the rent or per year subscription. I'll pay the amount. I just need only server. So I have already some .NET application or Java application, or I developed some full stack, some applications are there. I don't want to buy your tools or your products. I just need your server because it's very difficult to maintain my own server. It's expensive and risky, and I don't have the technical team. So why don't I would like to go with using your servers, which are there in your data center. That's called, we call it as a cloud. So some people will use just cloud. So they will not use your tools or products. That business is there. Oracle is providing that. Some client says that, yes, I'm interested this ERP. Okay. First you come for the cloud, then start using this ERP. In this ERP, again, you want finance or supply chain or human capital or CRM or any whatever. If client says that I want to finance, again in finance, there are different modules. We'll talk about that in the next topic. Okay. So like that, the clients will go for use this cloud environment and maintain the financials information according to the requirement, whatever the way they wanted to maintain the information. Okay. So when the organizations are decided to use the ERP software called Oracle Fusion Financials in the cloud environment, there are two jobs. One is functional, another one is a technical. There will be two types of jobs we'll find in Oracle Fusion. So we discussed now very clear what is Oracle Fusion. It is one of the ERP software. It is cloud-based ERP software, and there are different domains. Finance is one of the domain. There will be two types of jobs. One is functional, another one is technical. Two jobs will be there. There will be a functional consultant and there will be a technical consultant. Let's say your client is ICICI Bank. They have decided, yes, I wanted to go for the cloud and I want to use the ERP called Oracle Fusion. In that, I wanted to use the domain called finance modules. Finance modules I want to use. So finance modules are used to maintain the accounting information, day-to-day payments, day-to-day receivables, assets information, cash flow, opening balance, closing balance, journals, okay, trial balance, profit and loss report, receivables, customer data, supplier data. This all information will be maintaining in a financial suite. Okay. So once your client buy the subscription for this, generally we don't call license word. We don't use license word in the cloud business. We use the word called subscription. Okay. So this license, the subscription, once your client take this, then we are supposed to implement that. Then ICICI Bank can give this project implementation of this Fusion Financials Cloud, either for Oracle Corporation or they can give it to Oracle vendors. There are a number of vendors. TCS is there, Wipro is there, Satyam is there, and we have number of companies, number of Oracle partners across the world we have. So the client can give this project. Let's say TCS has taken this project and they says that we'll complete this in 1 year. This Cloud Fusion Finance product is developed by Oracle Corporation. Oracle will give the license. But in this software, you don't have any information about your company, means this client business terms and conditions, or we call it as a setups. Now, TCS is going to do that work. That's what we call it as an implementation. There are two types of jobs, two types of people TCS company will recruit. One is functional, another one is technical consultant. So what functional consultant will do, he is going to perform the setups and configurations. And technical guy is going to develop the reports, data migration, import and export, and also integrations, automation of the integration, data integration with other applications. Okay, so that's the two types of jobs we'll find in this particular technology. Okay, so here we are going to learn the course called functional, so which is purely setups and configurations. Slight, maybe you have to little bit understand the technical, not much. We don't find 95% it's purely functional only, just 5% we'll find, and that's also in the reporting part, not much. Okay. So that's about the codes which we are going to talk about the functional and technical guys are going to work with SQL queries, PLSQL coding, as well as data validations, both import and export, and they'll be talking about this all here. Yeah. Okay. So any doubts here, please? You can unmute yourself and ask for the doubt. Any doubts you have, please. So we talked about the complete title of the course. So in this discussion, last 20 minutes, we discussed what is cloud, what is Oracle Cloud, what is Oracle Fusion, what is Oracle Fusion Financials, what is Oracle Fusion Financials Cloud.
Chandra, I have one question.
Yes.
Are you going to cover project accounting as part of this course?
No, only financials. Project
Oh,
portfolio is different.
okay. Is it called project portfolio now in
Yes,
cloud?
PPM, Project
PPM.
Portfolio Management.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Hi Chandra.
Yeah, please.
So in this training you are going to talk much about functional or technical?
Functional. It's purely functional. Technical only will discuss just one example. For example, reports, BI report, one example. Data import, one example. Data extract, one example. OTB analysis, one example. Personalization, one example. Just one session like that we'll discuss. But it's purely functional consultant. After completion of this course, you are going to apply as Fusion Financials functional consultant.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So, Chinta, this side, Vijay.
Yeah.
So, is it necessary to learn EBS for this, or we can go for directly
Not
this
required.
or not
Not
required?
required. So this is I'm going to teach this course right from the basics. People who does not have any idea about the ERPs also can understand. So we feel that everybody is right from fresher level. So we'll be
Yeah.
doing that.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So, question, Chandra, like as part of the course, you said data migration and integrations, but you will do you have some like I know some mock examples or like for example
One
GL, right?
example. I said data migration, data integration, it comes under technical part. I'll be explaining one example, data migration. For example, supplier data load. How to load the
Correct.
supplier data by using a PDA process that we'll be doing.
Okay, so like that example is by module per module or
Yeah, that's a simple process. Once we do one process, we can do all objects. Only one example, not for module, because there are 6 modules. We'll not be going for in depth of that technical level, but we'll explain one a BDA process.
okay.
Yeah. So, fine, guys, now we have just talked about very basic level of the product. This is required for the new people who are new to the cloud and who are new to the ERPs and other things. Now we'll talk about the Fusion Financials functional uh, in financials module. What are the different modules we have? So when we say financials, so general ledger is the base module which everybody has to learn, and we have to be very strong. And the client, every client, whoever is implementing financials, they are going to use this module. Then second one is account payables, day-to-day payments, whatever the organizations are doing, the supplier invoices, invoice clearing, invoice approval, invoice validation, and making the payments to supplier, single invoice, multiple invoice, and talking about taxes, talking about the withholding taxes, tax calculation, different properties set up supplier level that we'll be discussing. Here we'll have a little bit connectivity with procurement module. That's what we call it as P2P cycle. We'll be discussing that. Then the third one is accounts receivables. Accounts receivables, AR module. So this module is used to maintain the customer discussion. It means like how we will collect the amount from the customer. Once we sell the product or service to the customer, obviously we'll raise the invoice. We'll send that invoice to customer. And how to create invoice, how to complete the invoice and create accounting and send this invoice to customer, prepare dunning letters, and then how we will collect the amount from the customer, receipts, different types of receipts, and receipt accounting and invoice accounting. All these accounts will be discussing. That time we'll come across with another module, order management. We call it as order to cash cycle, nothing but a sales we are going to talk. So these are procurement module and order management module. We will have just business flow. We don't go for in-depth of those modules. It's not required for us because that is required for supply chain management. But we must know because when you are creating an invoice and account payables, how you will receive the invoice, how will you buy the goods from the supplier, that business flow is required, right? So that's the reason we'll talk about procure to pay and order to cash cycle. Then we will be discussing about here the next module, which is simple cash management module, which is to maintain the bank statements and reconciliation. So whatever payments we have done and whatever receivings we have done, both accounts will be transferred to ledger, amount will be transferred to cash management. So accounts will be reconciliation. Reconciliation will do in GL. Amount reconciliation will do it in cash management. So cash management, simply we can say our bank statement. So every company will have some thousands of transactions day to day in every branch. If I have 10 branches, in every branch 1,000 transaction means per day 10,000 transactions. Per month it's going to be 3 lakhs. Per year it's going to be 3 millions of transactions. So all these transactions I have to go for tally, manage, and compare any differences, any transactions are missing, how many payments are done, how many payments are pending, and how about the future payments. This is all information I have to manage. So that time we will be using this major 4 modules. And of course, we require taxes. Some clients will use third-party modules to calculate the tax because there are some local applications or global applications only for tax calculation exclusively. So they'll try to import calculating there and coming back to here. But Oracle also says that I have a tax module. Why you use another module? Why don't you go for implement complete taxes here itself? That's also we are going to learn here. And then expenses module is going to be used for employee expenses. Every organization will provide the facility for reimbursements when the clients are going for traveling allowance or daily allowance or any other allowances. They can go for claim the expenses. Then they'll go for make the payment. It's very simple model that not that much complex is going to be expenses. And after that, we are going to have fixed assets. This is very few clients will use. Not much clients are going to implement fixed assets model. So if the organizations are having some assets, it may be a machineries or systems or infrastructure or buildings or vehicles. It can be anything. The organizations wants to track the assets information when they have purchased, what's the cost. After that, where they have placed, for which employee they have provided this. This is all information they wanted to maintain. That's what we call it as fixed assets model. Very few clients will implement this FA model because the assets information might be some in hundreds of assets, not thousands. But it's a very basic thing. Obviously, we know when we are going for an interview point of view, if you say I'm not clear about assets or I don't know, it's very it may be a little bit negative point in our profile. So that's why we have to learn this. So this is complete our 7 modules. We are going to learn end-to-end implementation. We are going to learn. We are going to learn complete end-to-end implementation. Functionally, each and every setup we are going to discuss. With this, we are going to talk about our technical area. Let me just open my slide here. So general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, fixed assets, cash management, expense, and fusion taxes. This comes under functional. And now we are going to talk about the technical part. Of course, this is required functional also. FSM, functional setup manager, simple admin module. And then we'll talk about security console, also admin module, simple. And transaction console, it's a approvals, transaction tracking, workflow configurations, approvals, BI reports and OTB analysis comes under technical. We'll be also discussing one example. And data conversions, a BDA will take one example. Personalization will take an example. So this is all comes under technical. This all comes under technical. So we'll be discussing each one. But of course, this is required for both functional as well as technical. FSM, security console, transaction console, workflow configuration. We cannot leave that to the technical guys. We also should know as a functional. Even technical guys also should know it because that's a part where everybody will be working here. Okay, so that's about the high level syllabus which we are going to learn in our course. It's going to be complete 2 months course, and of course maybe 5 to 10 days more it can be extended, depends on the number of holidays or any other thing. Not less than 2 months. 2 months is fixed, and more 5 days 6 days it will be more also. So that's what I can say about the duration of this. And it's going to be complete practical oriented. There is no question of theory in my sessions. Theory will be very less, and we will be talking about end-to-end functional modules. Here it is. We'll be talking about end-to-end functional modules. Here it is. Okay. Yeah. Any doubts here in this? Yeah. So now I'll just show you today how we can communicate with the application, how the look and feel of the application here. So we will give the access to the server. So you don't need to worry about the application access point of view. We don't need to install any software. We'll just provide you the URL and username and password. So you can go for connect like this. So I'll just show you introduction, how to log in and where do we work in Fusion applications. Tomorrow we'll take the entire financials modules. Where do we do the setups? Where do we do the transactions? And day after tomorrow we'll take one assignment and we'll discuss how it can be done. So this is about Oracle Fusion ERP Cloud, and we'll be talking about the navigations part here right now. So once we log into the Fusion applications, there will be two menus here. One is user menu. This is our user menu. And another one is a navigator. So user menu, we are going to use to perform all our setups. So whenever we are working in Oracle Fusion Financials, 90% of our work will be here only, setup and maintenance. Here only we are going to perform all our setups, configurations, development, customizations, extensions. We'll do all the things here. Right now, which domain we are working? Financials. Okay. Are you working with payables module, accounts payable, cash management module, tax module, expense module, fixed assets module, and receivables module, customer, of course, customer billing, recognition, payments, customers, all this comes under receivables. So we'll be talking about, and these all are different setups we'll be performing from the admin part. We call it as FSM, Functional Setup Manager. This is what we have seen, FSM tasks configuration. So here we will be working FSM. So whatever the setups we have done, that will be reflected in the transaction pages. Okay. So if you do some setup here, it will be reflected in the transaction. So transactions will be done from here. So transactions will be done from here. The clients are going to hiring employees, create invoice, and all. They'll be searching for employees and create supplier, create customers, search for supplier reports, so customer reports, running execution, this all. So navigator menu is used by the client. This menu is used by the client. Client means client employees, day-to-day transaction. For example, if we go for shopping and you buy some product, what they do, they have to raise the bill, right? They have to raise the bill and take the printout and give it to us. So that's what transaction. That's what transaction. So they'll use these pages and enter the data and select the submit button and print button and give the printout to us. That's what transaction every day, either payables or receivables, counting or receiving the goods, damaged goods, everything they'll maintain from this navigator. Okay. So when we are working in the project, we will be doing the setups from here. Whatever the setups or configurations are done, whether it's working or not, that we are going to verify from here. So we will be working in both the menus. We'll be working with both the menus. We'll be working with the user menu, and we will also work with the navigator because it's required, right? So once we do the setups, obviously we are supposed to test with multiple scenarios, with different examples, different supplier or different customers, different amount calculation, and multiple times once we test, finally we'll deliver the product to the client saying that you can start working on that. First you can test, and if you feel that yes, we can go for close the component, means we'll go for sign off the component, right? So that's how we will be working. So whenever we are working in Fusion applications, there will be two menus. User menu is used to perform the setups. Navigator menu is used to perform the transactions. Setups will be done by the software developers. We are a software engineers. In ERP, we call it as a consultants, functional consultant, technical consultant. We don't use the word generally called software engineer. We call it as a consultants. Okay. Then transactions will be done by the client. Client means client employees, end users, business user or end users. They'll be performing day-to-day transactions. Okay, so that will be done from the navigator. So we'll be discussing both. Both we have to do it because we have to do the setups and we have to test it. Then we have to deliver, right? So that's why we'll be learning. And when we talk about the security console here, tools menu, security console, this is used to create our own users and roles. That's what second one. So these two are very important whenever we are working in the Fusion applications. One is FSM environment, functional setup manager, functional setup manager. Another one is security console. These two are used to maintain the information about the product setups as well as security, user management, role management. These two we are going to perform here. These two we are going to perform FSM as well as the security. FSM as well as the security here. Okay. So in security, we are going to maintain the users. User management means create user, update user, delete user, give the permissions to the users. This role management means create role, update the role, copy the role, edit the role, compare the roles. This all comes under roles. Only two things majorly here: role management and user management. For example, I want to create my own username. So what I'll do, users, add user account. And you can give the first name and last name. I'm going to give Sujit. And last name is Reddy, Sujit Reddy. And that's the username we are going to get it. And password, I'm going to set up this here. And then I want to give the permission to Mr. Sujit, saying that he can do the setups. There are two roles, we call it as implementation roles, IT security manager. One role, another one is application implementation consultant. Application implementation consultant. Two roles we have given access. We call it as an admin role or implementation roles. So what is the basic definition of the role? Role is nothing but permission or access to the application. So Oracle Fusion application has got all the features, but client says that let's not give all the features to everybody. In my company, there are clerk, there are cashier, there are general manager, finance manager, there is a buyer, there is a salesperson, there is a recruiter, there is a production manager, there is a finance manager, like different designations of employees are there. Okay, all are my employees, but their role is different in my company. So depends on their designation, you have to give the access. That's what we call it as a role. So your product has got all the features, but this employee, what features are required that you have to provide. Oracle has given some standard roles that if client says that it's fine, then that we can assign. If it is required, we have to customize. If you say the existing roles are not compatible or not in the nearby requirement, let's create new one, create a new role and give the access to them. That's initially, it might be a little bit confusion about the roles, but once we discuss and do a couple of examples, then it's very easy. It's not much complex here. So role is basically, it's an access to the application. So I given the two implementation roles to Mr. Sujit Reddy. So he is going to log in and perform all the setups here. Now, so these two roles are, we call it as admin role, or we call it as application implementation roles. So when we join in the project, in the real time, whenever you join in the project and your manager says that these are your credentials, you can start working, I'm going to assign the work, please check your email. Then first thing what we have to do is whether we have the access to this user implementation or not. So now this user, Mr. Sujit.Reddy, is going to log in and check this implementation access is there or not. Okay, so let's log out from here, from the current user, and let me log in. So once we log in to the applications as a functional consultant or technical consultant, the first thing what we have to check is whether we have the access to FSM or not. Yes. Excuse me, setup and maintenance, we got the access. So we can do the setups and we can also do the configurations. Whether we have the access to the security console or not, because we want to create multiple users and we wanted to test with the different logins, right? Then we required access tools menu security. So two roles are there. We call it as implementation roles. One is application implementation consultant. Another one is IT security manager. So these two roles are required. Without these two roles, we cannot perform the setups. In fact, we can call it as an admin access or admin role. Okay. So without these two, even IT security manager, of course, it may not be required. That's only when we want to have multiple users and multiple roles and setups and all. Otherwise, application implementation consultant role is required to implement this application for the client. Yeah. So it's clear, everybody. Any doubts, please? So we have seen how to create a new user account and how we can log into the applications, and we have seen this. Okay, so let's see, tomorrow we'll be talking about the complete syllabus, detailed syllabus. We have seen today just high level different modules. We'll be discussing each topic, what we are going to talk in every module. So that we'll be discussing tomorrow, and we'll take up the very basic things, an implementation project, how it will be done, how it can be performed. We'll talk about that. So if you have any doubts now, we can discuss. And regarding our training from RTL Technologies, we are conducting the trainings right from 2012, and Fusion applications we are providing from 2016, and we are experienced in both ERPs, Oracle EBS and Oracle Fusion. And you can find exclusive Oracle Fusion subscribers list is more than 11,000 for our Oracle RTL online trainings. This is the first institute which is having more than 11,000 subscribers uh, exclusively for Oracle Fusion Cloud, not for any other technologies. And when we talk about the technology point of view, Oracle Fusion is going to be the #1 generation ERP product, cloud ERP, in the next level. By 2025 or 26, it's going to be in first place. Who are the competitors in the market for Oracle Fusion? Salesforce, SAP, Workday, then Microsoft Dynamics. That's a very top level ERPs. SAP is major competitor, but SAP does not have the cloud business. For example, let's say ICICI Bank is there. They are using their own server. We call it as on-premise. We call it as on-premise. On-premise means their own servers. Let's say already they are using some .NET application and MySQL, and they are using some RP applications, robotic process automation, and they are using some tools. Okay. Now they decided to use this Fusion here. Okay. Now what ICICI Bank is telling to the Oracle, I have my own server. In this server, I'm already having some tools and products. I'm using that successfully. I don't want to close this. I don't want to leave these tools or products. I want to continue. And also I want to use your product, Fusion ERP. Okay. Then what Oracle says, no problem. Bring these tools into my cloud. In my cloud already ERP is there. And you can use your tools and products in my servers. And also you can use my tools and products if you are interested. That facility Oracle will give, because Oracle has entered into the cloud business. Oracle has entered into the cloud business. So Oracle is giving that option to the ICICI Bank. But SAP cannot give. SAP cannot give that option. SAP says that only my product is there in the cloud. Let's not get your tools or products into my servers. I don't have the place. I am not at all into that business. You have to maintain your tools and products in your server. in your server only, maintain all this, and I am ready to give the cloud. My product, okay, no issue. I'll give my server. You can use that, and you can go for integrate. But Oracle is in the cloud business. Who are in the cloud business like this is AWS, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Oracle, Google. Top four cloud-based companies. What these companies says that we have established data centers across the world, and we have the servers, supercomputers in these data centers. Why you take care of your own server? By investing the money, investing the resource, time, and headache and security, and you don't know the new features of the products or tools which you are getting. So these all facilities I am ready to give with very less cost. At least 60% of the cost you can save it if you are using our servers. Both are same. It's instead of having the server in your office, that you are going to maintain my data centers. So that business SAP does not have, or Workday does not have. Of course, Dynamics is there. Microsoft will provide that. Azure, they have Azure cloud, right? And Salesforce, of course, they have their own only cloud. Okay, so that's the advantage with Oracle. So Oracle has major competitor in the ERP is SAP. Earlier, right from 1996, Oracle SAP versus it was Oracle EBS, e-business suite ERP. So SAP is one of the number one here. We cannot comment on that in on-premises from 1996. Still that is going on between this. But when it comes to the cloud, Oracle is going to be the number one. It's already initiated. There is no doubt that because the ERP, your SAP is not in that area. SAP is not in the cloud environment. So as I said, this example, if any client says that I want to completely shut down my server and I would like to lift all my tools and products and shift into your servers, and also I will use your tools or products, whatever I like. Oracle is ready to do that, but SAP cannot. SAP does not have data centers much. Only up to their ERP, they have data centers and they are providing that option. So that's about the competitors' point of view. Yeah. So any doubt?
Yeah, hi.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I have small doubt. Who can take a course on this? I mean, I have done my degree in Open University. Can I do this course?
Yeah. If you have completed the graduation and if you are good in English, no problem. You can take up. None
Okay,
upon
without
somebody.
intermediate, because most of the companies are seeing 10 plus 2 plus 3, right? So without plus 2, we can move forward with doing this course.
Without plus two means, I'm sorry.
Plus 2 means intermediate.
No, not possible. Graduation is required. Any
Okay,
graduation.
I have the graduation in the Open University, but
No problem. When you are
inter
applying, see, when you are applying as a fresher,
yeah,
then open degrees they may not accept. But when you are applying as 3 plus or 4 plus experienced consultant, whether it is open degree or regular, generally they'll not much consider.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And what about the future? I mean, if you take this course, on this platform, we will go for that. So, what about the
Yeah,
future?
this Oracle is just starting point now in Oracle Fusion.
Okay,
Oracle is saying that it's going to be a number one ERP cloud in 2025. It's not only Oracle. We can see just now I have shown the example. The major competitor in the ERP for Oracle is SAP, right from 1996. But when it
okay,
comes
yeah,
to the
yeah,
cloud, SAP does not have. See that Oracle is started building this product compatible for smartphone, tab piece
Yes, yes, yes.
on the
Yeah.
desktop. So this type of user-friendly ERP with high-end servers, high security, we don't find in the general. Yeah.
Okay. So on this course, we have any admin related, not
Sorry.
as an admin related.
Right now we are talking about the functional and technical. Two admin part will be taken by the Oracle, right? Cloud complete DBA, right? So DBA activities company, Oracle company will take care.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Chandra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
thank you.
Chandra, why you are not providing the technical things in depth in any training?
Technical, I'll give examples. One example for every topic, but not in depth of that. Reporting, data conversion, personalization. One example I'll explain. That's a separate course. Technically, you can communicate with our admin.
Yeah, I already get communicated, but they are saying that they are not providing the technical completely.
Live classes. We don't have technical because technical means there we have to explain integrations. Integration server we will not be able to provide because Oracle will not give. That's a problem. So you can go for recorded sessions of that.
So if I ask the admin person for the recorded section for the technical, they will provide.
Yeah, recorded sessions there. Because we conducted earlier technical sessions, but we got failed providing the server access. So we thought that without practical having, because server issues, a lot of issues we were facing. So that's why we stopped that.
Server access means when you
Integration, integrations, OSCS.
I see.
Yes, OSCS. Fusion server, no issue, we'll provide. But OSCS, lot of issues.
So except OIC.
So Chandra, so in that case, do you have some screenshots or something like?
No, that way
to-
videos are there. See, videos are there.
Okay.
The recorded videos are there. Recorded videos are there, but we cannot commit for the server access.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so are you planning for any technical session without OIC?
No, that without OSC, people generally will not join. It will be very simple.
Okay.
Yeah, integration is the major part. That's why multiple people will not join. So we said that it won't work out commercially for us.
Okay. So if I talk to the admin person and I'll ask for the video, they will provide all the.
Yeah. You can send the WhatsApp to them. They'll talk to you.
They will provide also for the OIC video, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Chandra.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Let's see you tomorrow on the same time, same meeting ID. We'll talk about detailed explanation about these modules, and we'll see how it will work in the application point of view. We'll take one example, and we'll talk about that. So you can communicate with our admin related for any other queries. Fine. Thank you. Let's see you tomorrow. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.